All right, guys, I think we are live and ready to go. Quickly see here, stream health, everything is looking fine. So here we are, KODX. We're just watching this one, not really doing much. You know me with KODX. KODK. I don't know why I call it X. I've been doing it since yesterday. If I say KODK or KODX, it's the same thing. I apologize. KODK, you know, this thing has been ripping ever since pretty much yesterday. We were talking in the live stream yesterday, or actually in the recap, that around $8 was huge support. So possible trade around $8. Looks like we did dip below $8, about 50 cents, about 5%. But then we came, you know, right back up. This one is really strong, and it's going to be for sure the second big green day. This is going to be quite an interesting open. So yesterday, KODK fell off a cliff and basically just pulled back most of the day. It did have kind of this open here around 9, found some support, and then did rip 30%. But then it really kind of started consolidating. Let's think here for a second. If KODK was going to do the same thing, you know, how would we want to trade this one? What are some possibilities in trading KODK? There's no new news about it. So from the open here, it pulled back about 17%. We know KODK, you know, 8 million float, so it has that quickness, that spikeability to it, but it really doesn't trade like your typical small cap, and that's probably because it used to be a large cap. It's a US specialty biz company that kind of switched from the typical cameras that we all know to kind of apparently developing drugs, and they got that $765 million loan from the US government. I just saw in the chat room that there is new news. Isn't the thing with Trump new? Let me quickly check here. When I checked it earlier, I didn't really see anything specific. Comments by President indicating US have reached a historic deal. Let me quickly see here. Okay, yeah, I guess, yeah, you're right. I mean, that's definitely new news. I wasn't really thinking about it too much, but yeah, any sort of tweet from the government, from the president, I mean, that is big, puts a lot of eyes on a stock. No new news from the company though. But yeah, this PR kind of, I guess you could call it PR. I mean, we definitely do not want to downplay it. I mean, this is pretty good stuff. And then you can see several articles actually talk about this as well. So I was, when the TOS opened up here around 7 o'clock, I actually bought a dip near VWAP and then continued holding this one a little bit into the bounce. Wasn't really trying to trade into the break of 13 or anything like that. Just, you know, found that this was definitely a good opportunity for a bounce. Shoulda, coulda, woulda held, but that, again, it was not really my strategy at the time. So just kind of been watching this one, used really small size. If we had a similar dip, that's what I'm thinking about. So if this one opens up, we have a similar dip, maybe we're going to see something into the 16s or 15s. That would be a really nice place to scoop some KODK up. So that would be one way I would be looking at this one. Let me go to the daily chart right now, on the weekly chart. We have kind of this $17.3 zone as big resistance, multi-month support and resistance. And then there's another key area right around here at 20. So if we kind of go back to the weekly chart, and this is why I was on the weekly chart, you can kind of see it a little bit better. We're all the way up here now. That's the $17 zone. You can see that when we had the original first big sell-off here, what year was this? This was in 2014. We came all the way down to 17 and then had a huge bounce. There is kind of a bigger initial open here at about $19, $20. So that's why, again, I'm looking at this area kind of 19, 20. So maybe we're going to see this thing run all the way to 19 or 20 bucks a day. I could definitely see that happening. I mean, we're already at 18, so it wouldn't really take that much power. But good call, Monish. Good call with the Trump thing. That, I mean, I definitely overlooked that a little bit. So good call there. You could find a lot of news on FinViz or just, you know, Googling it, Googling the ticker, seeing what's new. I use oftentimes just this TOS news scanner, but you know, every brokerage has their own kind of way to do this. ACHV. Let me quickly look it up. ACHV. This one was 37 million float Canadian biotech with good quarterly results. I was looking at this one and I actually did trade this one. 1 second here. I did trade this one. Right around here in this area, we found some big support about 8.8, a little bit below it, and I traded this potential reversal. I used small size and I didn't really hold that long, so I kind of missed it. I wanted to trade it down here again, but I was looking at something else at the time. This $75 0.75 cent zone would have been a really, really nice possible dip, but again, I kind of missed that one. And then I have one more trade. I'm down like $140 on it with ENT. So let me quickly talk about that one. And then we'll talk about our second lead gapper. And then I'll do a little bit of housekeeping here for everyone that's new. ENT, this one, it's not the worst, but right now I'm a little bit past my max stop. So I'm trying to get out of this one. I bought here yesterday at 212 and then we were up about 5%. I didn't really notice I was in this trade. So kind of silly move on my end. And then we pulled back a little bit more. It says my P&L in the day is negative 309. Technically that's true, but only because it's using the close number from yesterday, which is 246. So it thinks technically I am from yesterday's high down 300 bucks, but my whole P&L since I opened this trade is only down 139. So it's not really that big of a deal. It is, yes, it's still a bigger loss though. So I want to be closing out this one pretty soon. So that puts me down probably on the day about like 80 bucks or so. Not really too bad. Not too bad at all for the fact that we've been having some really, really nice green days. Specifically from pre-market. So sometimes you win some, sometimes you lose some. This one just is actually funny. I've never been in this scenario before where the P and L days actually were. So here's a little bit of momentum coming back in this one. I might be able to get out of this trade any moment here. So ENT, former runner, nothing really special about this one. Try to buy the $2 big support zone on here, but you know, just didn't get it. So it is what it is. It's actually really hard to see that, but why is it not showing up here? Hold on, let me think about this for a second. Something looks totally wrong on this chart. Oh, it's because it's weekly. Okay, yeah, forgot to switch back. So if we go back here, you can see $2 zone, huge support right here. We've had multiple zones of support at $2. So part of me doesn't even want to get out right now because I do think it's going to have a little bit of a bounce. But you know, in the end of the day, trading is all about risk management, and that's pretty much what I have to do now. I actually tried to buy this little bit of a dip here, but yeah, didn't get that. HTBX was another ticker we traded this morning. 78 million float, US biotech with coronavirus vaccine preclinical results. So this one's also rolling up here quite nicely. Hitting this $3 zone. I actually had several trades on this one. Right now it's not showing up, unfortunately. This one, HTBX, was a former runner, so watch out. It's having this nice bounce up too, but 2.5 is going to be really, really big resistance. You can kind of see that this is the original place we broke out, and now we're all the way at $3. So right here, another big resistance zone. So this is going to be like a floor and a ceiling probably for a little bit. So I'm probably not going to be jumping on HTBX unless, I mean, it is holding its highs pretty well. So if we break 3, I probably would consider jumping on this one. I don't know, mixed feelings on it for now. But let's see if my trades load here. I did several trades on this one. You know, won a few, lost a few. It just didn't really amount to much. So kind of walking away more or less break even on HTBX. So yeah, it is what it is. Morning, Corey. let's do a little bit of housekeeping here, because I know we kind of started off a little bit crooked here in terms of, you know, the order we usually do things. But good morning, everyone. Welcome to the stream where we first review the watch list and then we trade the market open every day. Hope everyone's ready to go, feeling good. Today is what is today? Wednesday. Typically a very hot day, but you know, we'll see what happens. Don't want to force anything. KODK is exploding right now. It is the what is today? It's the 29th of July, one of the last days. I think tomorrow's the last day of the month. It's 9:25 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We only got another 5 minutes till the market opens here at 9:30. We'll wrap up trading usually by 11 a.m. Little reminder for everyone that is new, this is for education and entertainment purposes only. My trading is quick and not really meant to be followed. Always know why you are entering and exiting a stock, especially what your stops are. This community is a place to help each other, so please do not spam or you'll be put in timeout. Check the video description below for some FAQs, and let's go back into things. A lot of stuff is moving here. ENT popping up here again. Nice. I might actually close today for pretty much break even for pre-market trading, which is pretty nice. Again, it says I'm negative $200, but you can pretty much erase 200 of those dollars because of yesterday's what we just talked about with ENT. So pretty much break even. It's just using the close date on the open, so it's not necessarily true. I think, honestly, you know, the market's up 0.3% right now on SPY. I really think KODX is really, really taking a lot of the attention today. So I think that's probably what I'm going to be following. I'm not sure if I'm going to be trading it out of the gate. Most likely, I'll be a little bit hands-off today for now. So let's see what we get. Another 2 minutes here. Corey, I traded ACHV, KODK, and HTBX. I also traded ENT yesterday, and I have this position. I'm still holding this position. It says I'm down 267, but I'm actually only down $97 because it's using the close of yesterday to calculate the P&L on the day. If you're wondering why I have not sold yet. Okay, so I just sold my ENT position. Again, this is really confusing with this ENT position, but it is what it is. When this trade gets documented, it's going to be much more obvious. This is actually really interesting. I've never had this problem before, that these stats are technically wrong. Oh well, it is what it is. So we're actually at a small profit this morning. I think we are. I'll have to calculate it, but I think we're at a small profit. Like $5 or so. Catalyst on ACHV is just the quarterly 2020 results, second quarter results. All right, guys, another 15 seconds before the market opens here. Good luck, everyone. Make sure your good till cancel is back today, or else you're going to have issues with your stops. Let's go now to KODK on this one. I'll put SNOA on my second chart. Big support around 10 on SNOA. Wow, I'm really all over the place with calling out my tickers lately. I don't know what it is. Maybe I just need a proper sleep. 8 more seconds, guys. SNOA breaking higher here, looking pretty strong, I gotta say. Just keeping a close eye on it. Would probably really want to buy this one, anything near 10.5, maybe closer to 10. KODK running nicely. Markets are all green now, 0.3%. SNOA is pulling back a little bit. It's been a huge move so far on KODK, so I don't really feel like entering this one. Remember, SNOA, guys, if you're looking at it, it's on the backside of a bigger move from the day before. So be a little bit careful with SONA. Probably a lot of back holders. I wouldn't be surprised if this thing pulled off a little bit more. Yeah, it's true. That's true, Steven. I'm actually kind of surprised it held through that as well. SNOA trying to find some support here. Might rip through 11.5 pretty soon. Yep, there goes SONA. I mean SNOA. Wow, that's really, oh man. Sorry guys. I don't know why I keep messing up these obvious tickers. SNOA, possible break here of 12. KODK, this is the $20 zone we were talking about pre-market. This is going to be interesting to see if we can break through it here. Wow, absolutely insane with KODK. I've underestimated this one several times so far. So kind of a big reason why I'm also not trading it, just because I know that I have not been very accurate with KODK. So I don't really feel like, you know, jumping on this one is probably the right idea for me. So I'd rather sit back, watch and learn than make a silly mistake right near the end. $20.75. This thing might be squeezing heavy right now. I think shorts might be getting squeezed really hard on KODK. Anyone that was blindly optimistic that this short would just, you know, crash is really getting their margin accounts probably handed to them right now. KODK just got into a halt. Absolutely wild. This is on its 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10th green candle, 10th 5-minute green candle in a row. That is really something you don't see. KODK was easy to borrow yesterday. You know what, Boy Claus? Thanks for pointing that out, because I've noticed every time a stock is easy to borrow, it gets a huge short squeeze. So we really need to put that a little bit more in the front and center. Easy to borrow. SNOA pulling back here. Might get an entry. Let's see, SNOA at 10.5. Let's see if it pulls back one more time. Still watching SNOA very closely. I think this one, you know, it found some nice support at 10.05. Was expecting it to crack 10.05 a little bit more. We went down to 10.38, but not sure if we're going to get more of a pullback than that. I'm going to go ahead and remove my limit order to buy. KODK is going to open up here at 38 or 39 roughly. So let's keep a close eye on that. Let's update our scanners here. HTBX is actually one of the lead gappers based on dollar volume. That's a really interesting stat I just kind of noticed. But again, I was a little bit weary that this one's going to move because it was on the backside of a recent move. And I know $3 is big resistance, so I wasn't superly overly optimistic with it. TUP, yep. Let's just keep checking out these other tickers here. Moving higher, a lot of stuff kind of just extended here. SNOA is the one I'm watching quite closely. SNOA might be having a red to green move, guys. Keep a close eye on this one. I'm gonna give it a little bit more time. I'm not gonna jump in it just yet. But 5-minute chart, you know, this thing could break past 12 at one point. I would like to be part of it, but ooh, it's loading up here. 1.8 million shares outstanding on SNOA. Huge. It was gapping up 100% pre-market. Eddie, that's crazy. SNOA pulling back again. I wouldn't mind putting some sort of position together on SNOA. Ah, there it goes. SNOA breaking higher. Yeah, I waited probably just a little bit too long. From the bottom, that's about a 15% move. Really nice. Congrats anyone jumping on that one. KODK is going to open up soon, so I'm going to move this screen back to it. Can't believe I missed SNOA. That was like the move that I really wanted, and I felt like it was pretty obvious. Oh well, it is what it is. SNOA is about to be halted here, it looks like, as well. No, fake halt. Wow, it was not halted. Don't really see a trade on it unless I wanted to keep buying the break of 12, and I don't really want to do that because this thing, you know, had that recent big red day. So I would like to buy this one closer to support and maybe wait for a second break. I don't know. I don't see myself buying it just yet, unless it had a really nice pullback. I don't know. KODK opened up here. Oh, that was a very ferocious pullback. Remember, KODK only has an 8 million float. So if it wants to, this thing could pull back and get halted. Look at those sellers on this one. This is why I haven't been buying KODK, because since yesterday, I felt like this moment would come at one point. KODK looks like it's halted again. Absolutely wild. VXRT, I don't know. I have not been looking at VXRT. Let's just pull it up very quickly. VXRT. Don't really see a lot of activity on this one. Not sure why. Let me see. Or maybe that's okay. It's okay. If it holds here, above 11 could be interesting. I don't know. I have not been looking at this one at all. I'm watching SNOA, guys. This is really the one I want to be focused on right now. We could talk about VXRT maybe later, but I don't want to miss a good move. We know that 10.5 is really, really decent support on SNOA. And I wouldn't be surprised if it had a second attempt to break higher. This is our second lead gapper on the day. We also have HTBX. But this one's still just kind of selling off now. Found some decent support here at 2.5. This actually could be a really good setup here. Already down about 13%. Yeah, sorry, Eddie. I'll see if I can review it a little bit more later, but right now there's a lot going on. And VXRT, I don't know if I'm going to be trading it, but could happen. I don't know at the moment. So HTBX is going to try to crack here at maybe 58, 57. And then if it does not crack, I would probably like to jump in on this one. Here it goes, 58. Let's see what it does. Possibly enter here. Down to 57. Got an entry at 57. Let's see if we can get a little bit of a reversal here on HTBX. Looking for that 9-minute EMA breakout. That would be a breakout about 64. I don't want to overstay my welcome. I'd rather do a base hit on this one, to be honest, just because it might flush. 61 getting chipped away here, looking pretty solid. Let's give it one more attempt here. $61. Very weak on this. I'm just going to close this one, take my $50 profit. Again, I'm a little bit worried that this thing's going to flush down. Now, if it does flush down, I would probably actually buy more. I just didn't want to be in the flush. Now, there's nothing wrong with leaving money on the table. So if it goes to 2.7, 2.8, I don't care. That was not my trade thesis. I got what I wanted and I walked away. This was about a 2.5% profit, nothing really too big. But, you know, I got what I wanted, so I'm pretty happy on that. Let's keep watching this one. Looks like it might be flushing here. Bigger support around 2.5, maybe even a crack of 2.5. Now, I don't really think it's going to crack 2.5, but let's see what happens. Looks like support came in again. This actually might be a confirmation that there's decent support. This could see a break of the EMA. I'm not sure. I'm not going to be trading it right now. I feel like this one's too risky. I wouldn't be able to manage my risk as good. Here we go, 62. Looking for that break. Can it break the EMA? That's the big question. $63. This could be it. Can we get a 64? This should break. I would bet on this breaking to maybe even past 64. So what I could have done is bought back down on that dip. I thought we were going to see a bigger flush, but we didn't get that one. Maybe the flush is still coming. I don't know. It's hard to say. Here we go. That was a crack of momentum. Watching. This last flush was really, really aggressive. 8%. Yeah, that would be a big move. SNOA is pulling back here. ACHV actually looks kind of interesting with that 37 million flow. Canadian biotech, also good earnings is always a really, really good catalyst. SNOA, guys, I'm watching this one for a break of 10.5, keeping a really close eye on it. Nice, HTBX doing what we wanted it to do, looking good. Mara, okay, HTBX, this is the flush we were waiting for. I'm not sure how strong it's going to be, and I probably would buy back into this one. Mara, and that's another ticker we could check out in a little bit. We're about 948. This is still a pretty hot time in the market. 58. Good question. KODK, I don't know. I'm going to check this one out again in a few moments. It doesn't look like HTBX is gonna dip down. I would have loved an entry around like 247 or so. I'm gonna put an alert here if it dips lower. I just don't really trust TOS alerts. I feel like they always lie to me. They don't go off when I want them to go off. Take care, Alfie. HTBX pulling back here. Markets are still green though. This is like a could be a pretty okay day, just seeing a little bit of selling off. 254. This doesn't look like it's going to keep selling. I don't know. I don't really trust it. Man, Michael, sorry to hear, man. Take care, though. I had that really annoying with trade with ENTX. I kind of feel the same way. I was just like, oh, that was so unnecessary. HTBX definitely still has sellers here. It looks like it really wants to do some sort of dump. I don't know. Maybe it won't dump. I don't, it's a slow move down. I probably should have jumped back on this around 80, 56 or so. I'm watching SNOA, and I would rather see it have a double bottom around 10.5. I don't really see an entry on it just yet, but I do think at the same time that SNOA might be one of those really nice reversals that we start seeing around 10 o'clock. So that's what I'm waiting for on SNOA. I really do think this one might reverse at some time. KODK. Finding some support around 17. This could be the first bigger bounce on KODK. There's a lot to watch, guys. Sometimes you just got to pick a ticker and stick with it, or else you're just going to start missing moves. Big buyers at 253 on HTBX. I'm watching HTBX and SNOA the closest. I think KODK might see some really big support around 17, but I'm not sure if I'm going to trade that one because I'm a little over focused right now on a different ticker. Yeah, I saw that one for a little bit on our scanner. It's gone now. Here we go. SNOA finally doing what I've been wanting it to do. Finally dipping below 10.5. Actually touching 10.5 right now. So this is what I was waiting for. I was waiting for a double bottom. I don't think I'm just going to blindly buy the double bottom. I would rather wait for a confirmation or actually a break of the double bottom. So those are two ways I'd probably be waiting to trade SNOA. It doesn't look like HTBX is going to actually pull past 2.5 at the moment. Maybe it will at one point, but right now it doesn't. Yeah, Alex, that's probably a pretty good entry. It's always hard to say, but this thing's holding its position really well. 5-minute candles are really dwindling. I could definitely see this thing popping back above 2.6 at one point. Here we go. It looks like buyers are actually coming back in on this one. Maybe we could do a small entry at 57. Have a buy at 57 and 56. Starter size at 57. Move my other order to 57. Possible break of the 9-minute EMA. This is more of a breakout trade here for me. There we go, breaking higher here. Smaller position size. 65 is big resistance on this one. Set 262. I'd like to see this get chipped away here. I'm going to close this one out. I don't really trust HTBX as much as I probably should, so I'm just going to close this one out. I might even walk away from HTBX. I got the breakout of the 9-minute EMA. That's what I was waiting for. I just felt like HTBX was going to come in with a flush, and I don't know. I could be totally wrong with it, but I had 2 green trades on it. Both were pretty small, but whatever. Sometimes just a few base hits, you know, rack up a little bit. Here goes 263. I want to see this thing go back to 2.7, maybe even retest VWAP. That was kind of like what I was originally kind of thinking we could see. Maybe we will see it. You know, I probably sold way too early, but again, you know, sometimes if you don't trust it, you got to listen to your gut a little bit, and I don't know. Mark, just, you know, stick around. Just every day you learn something. I think that's what trading's all about. Don't worry about missing something. Every day there's a new opportunity. So just, you know, start slow and see how much you can learn every day. We got a foundation series as well. The first link in the video description below. That should get you caught up to speed a little bit. Nice move here at 66. I would really like to see maybe 2.7 get reached, but I don't know if we're going to see that. We have tremendous resistance here at 2.68. We have the shoulder here. So I don't know. Let's see how close we get to 2.8. We're hitting 2.68 right now. Maybe we can even break it. I don't know. I would definitely be taking my profits here if I did not take profits at 63. Let's go back to KODK. SNOA, guys, looks pretty good. It's 1057. This thing did not break further down and it found support. I would probably look for an entry on SNOA pretty soon here. Ran up to 1118, 1120. Entry on SNOA, average price 88. Looking for a break of VWAP again on this one. Gonna give it maybe one more attempt here. Holding this area okay. I like what I'm seeing overall. Can we break that 9-minute EMA on the 5-minute chart? That's really the big question here. Once this thing does move, it does move pretty quickly. Would like to take some profits starting around VWAP if it does. Maybe we'll break VWAP though. $18. Can I go one more time here? That's the big question. 24, 21. Into the 30s. Would love to take some profits in this area. Boom, quick little trade there at 1140. That was exactly what I was looking for. Very, very quick trade, very simple. This thing, boom, nice. Okay, so this one did break VWAP. I wasn't sure if it was gonna break VWAP, but I will take my profits any day. That was about a 5% move. Couldn't be more happy about it. Now, I was thinking maybe I should take half profits, but at the same time, if you check out the daily chart on SNOA, it's really, really sketchy. And I didn't want to get caught in a bad move like that. So probably left about 6% on the table. So that was, you know, I could have definitely averaged out on this one, but at least I sold at the top of the last candle. That makes me feel a little bit better about this one. Thanks, Eddie. There's nothing wrong with missing a move. Sweet little move there. It's about 5%, about $2,000 position size on this one. Walking with $105 profit. Quick move, quick move. Boom, look at that flush. Man, we've been seeing so many flushes today, just like sketchy setups. So that's why I've been so quick on selling lately. Thanks, Raymond. Nice, my stuff. That's sweet. Yeah, I was waiting for an entry under 10.5 as well. That's why I was kind of disappointed that I bought a 1080, but at the same time, we saw the reversal happening, and that's why I got a little bit more aggressive on this one. SNOA might not be over yet, though. I don't feel as confident in this move because the risk reward might not be as favorable. But right now we're having a quick 9-minute EMA pullback. We might have a continuation and break through 12, but I'm a little bit less confident about that. We did have really nice volume come in though on that last break of VWAP. So that's a pretty good sign here. Looks like we're gonna try here to break VWAP. Let's see what happens. 3% already. Yeah, SNOA, that's a little bit, I was nervous about that. So on the 5-minute, looks like we got out at a pretty okay spot. Maybe SNOA is going to break below 10.5, and then we might see a different setup on this one. I see you guys going crazy about KODK. Guys, again, there's nothing wrong with missing a ticker. I made $200 trading 2 other tickers, so I don't regret it at all. I know that I've been trading KODK or missing a lot of moves on KODK, so I felt more confident leaving it alone, watching it and learning, and trading something that looked a little bit more clear. So I'm not missing anything. I'm just, you know, opportunity cost, right? I'm just one person. I can really only trade 1-2 tickers max. And with already 2 tickers, I can't focus as clearly anymore. So I'm not going to throw KODK into the mix. But congrats to anyone that got on it. Really, really sweet. This one's been super, super nice, especially this double top breakout here at 21. Super, super nice. We were talking about maybe trading it here at 17. That would have been probably a really nice ticket. 37% move from there. Sweet stuff. Nice, nice, nice. I like to see these moves. Congrats, guys. Let's see. KODK is going to open here at 10:08 maybe. 10:08 and 41 seconds. It's going to be pretty fun open. So I'll just keep it simple. I mean, you trade with 100 shares, trade with 500 shares, trade with 1,000 shares. The math gets pretty simple. But most brokers, there's a confirmation message like KODK. If I wanted to buy it right now with 100 shares, you would see, if I don't have auto send on, you can see that there's a confirmation screen, order confirmation dialog. And you can see the cost of trade, including commissions, is $2,425. So yeah, most brokerages will give you some sort of insight on that. Look who decided to drop in. What's up, Satoshi? I don't know. My advice on KODK is just manage your risk. And if you can't manage your risk properly, then maybe just sit back and watch. But if you feel like that there's a trade you can manage your risk on, then it might be good. SNOA trying to break VWAP again here. Woo, this thing is just good fun to watch. I love watching this one. I'd be a little bit nervous trading SNOA at this point. I don't know. KODK opening up here. I'm in Germany because I have a place here in Germany, and I decided to stay a little bit longer because of Corona and other reasons. KODK, let's see, pulling back here, 22 bucks. Ooh, instantly pulling higher. A really nice potential entry on that one. Woo-hoo-hoo, instant 12% move. Ripping 25, absolutely insane. Insane at $26. Let's go here to the weekly chart on this one. We hit, you know, former highs are at $27. 37.73. Not 27, 37. We have another big resistance zone at about 30. That was a sweet breakout of 25. I gotta say, that was pretty sweet. SNOA guys piling up some energy right now. I think this thing could break 12. 1190. 12, that boom, instant break of 12. Whew, sweet stuff. Shrikant and Daniel, guys, remember there's like, it's really easy to miss moves when you're looking at many different stocks. So that's why I was so focused on SNOA, and that's why we got a really nice trade on SNOA, because I was dead focused on it. That allowed me to get it, but obviously I couldn't watch KODK. So it's always like this, got to pick and choose. It's better to watch one stock and nail that one than miss, 3, 4, 5 stocks. And that's why I was not watching KODK. Nice, Satoshi. That is beautiful. That's a nice move. That's the big winner you've been waiting for. Wow, what an absolute rip KODK since the open here. I traded it at 12.31. This would have been one of those times where you just blindly hold up 100%, but it's pretty rare. But good call boy clause on the easy to borrow. I didn't know KODK was easy to borrow yesterday. And we've been seeing a lot of stocks that are easy to borrow that absolutely rip, because I think a lot of people finally they can short a stock and they're like, I'm going to short this one because it's up 300% on the day, and then it squeezes a lot of short people out. Satoshi Alley, heck yeah, that's a good plan. Nice, Corey. Yeah, I totally feel you on that. Easy to borrow means there's no restrictions on shorting the ticker pretty much. For example, hard to borrows, you typically need an account over $100,000 to reserve shares. Oh, good call on HTBX. Yeah, I see that at 2.4. This is actually, I'm getting closer to the zones we were looking to trade this one. 2.43 was a big number I was looking for. Maybe we'll get an entry here at 37. I like this area. We were looking at this area for quite some time. Don't really think it's going to go below 38. Big buyers on 38. Returning here to 41 very quickly. That was a pretty strong bounce here. I'm going to close my order. I think that this one has a really good chance of having a nice little bounce. I was expecting to go a little bit lower. I probably would have sold already on that tap of the 9-minute. Sweet. Yeah, I was a little bit too cautious. Was waiting for my entry at 38, or was it 37? I don't remember. I would be already out at 2.5. That would be a nice little profit there on this one. I wouldn't be probably looking for more than that. Good call, Corey. Really good call. I was looking to buy HTBX, but I didn't get filled, so I'm not going to be buying it right now. Tradecationer, I have another screen over here. Let's see, HTBX, there could be an opportunity to get a second fill on this one, but I wouldn't want to be overly aggressive with my limit order. This thing, you know, has been selling off very strong and could easily keep dipping here. I wouldn't be surprised if we maybe went into the 20s. So I'm going to put an alert here, see if we start breaking lower from 38, and then maybe I would probably jump on this one again. SNOA found some decent support at 11.5. Wow, absolutely insane on KODK. Congrats, Satoshi. If you sold, nice, you sold. I'm out. Beautiful, beautiful move, man. Congrats. I'm gonna love to see how this one performs when it unholds. Hey, that's what a ticker does when it has a float under 8 million. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. Love those south of 10 million floats. Don't underestimate the Trump power. Yeah, super true, man. Super true on that. I'm not sure if I'm going to trade KODK anytime soon, but I don't want to say I'm not going to do it, but I'm totally not going to be jumping in this thing after the halt. It could keep squeezing up, though. It really depends how many people are short and have to keep squeezing out of their position. HTBX still selling off. The thing I like about HTBX is the fact that it has a 78 million float. So I don't really see this one having these huge crushes, and I would like to probably buy it on some bigger support zones. And we know that on HTBX, there's some really, really good support around in the 20s. So that probably would be the area I'd be looking for. I'm not sure if HTBX is going to go into the 20s just yet. You know, looking at the 5-minute chart, it does look like actually right around 38 or so. There's huge support, 36 even. So I'm not sure if it's going to go past 36 for now. KODK is going to open at 10, 20, and 40 seconds. Nice, Satoshi. Sweet move, man. Happy for you. The all-time high on KODK, what was that? 37 we said? 37, 73, yeah. So 35 is the next major resistance. And then 37. I wonder if it's going to hit all-time highs today. That is an absolutely insane candle. I wonder where it's going to close. So like maybe around 25 if it holds its highs. I don't know. Yeah, same here, Satoshi. I used to not like him as much. Apple's pulled back quite a bit, no? I'd probably just keep on buying Apple as it keeps dipping down. I don't know, as an investment. I'm not day trading it, but as an investment, I think it's a pretty good company. Yeah, that Trump pump was insane. Here we go, opening at a 33. Oh my God, it goes even higher. It goes to 34. The spread on this is huge. 35, 36. This is gonna get halted again. Oh my God, absolutely wicked. Woohoo! This is one of those days where if you just get stuck in these halts on the way up, you could just be growing your account doing absolutely nothing. That's beautiful. So crazy. Happy to hear it, Alfie. Happy to have you here as well. Yeah, Corey, me too. I haven't touched KODK besides the pre-market trade. Made 38 bucks on it. But I love watching this just as much as if I was in it. I mean, if I was in it, I'd probably be cheering even more, but this is nice. Whoa, we're almost at 400 views? Really? What? I haven't checked once today. Appreciate it, guys. Shows that you guys are loving the community. It's good fun here, and what we're doing here is helpful. I'm getting great comments as well, so I really, really appreciate it all. Don't forget to drop a like, guys. Show your support. Let's get back into trading because KODK, man, we can't really take our eyes off of this one. And don't forget, guys, we come out with a recap video later today. So definitely consider subscribing if you want to learn more about what we do, review the trades, and then every morning we go live starting at 9:15 to review the watch list and trade the market open. Drop a like, guys. Okay. I'm watching HTBX. It's at 35, so I'm watching this one really, really closely. And then KODX, I don't know. We'll just let it be. I don't know. I'm not touching it. That's for sure. HTBX dropping a little bit lower here. I was hoping this one to even go further down. Right now it's at 34. Man, if this thing goes into the 20s, there's no way I'm not buying it. 1023 at the moment. All right, HTBX is taking a little bit longer. I'm going to quickly take a bit of a bathroom break, and I'll be right back. All right, all right, all right. I'm back. HTBX, trying to break that 9-minute EMA. Oh man, I hope I didn't miss this one. I was really, really waiting for that crack of 30. It's up about 2%, so not really that much, but it does look like it might really fly in this area. I'll watch it closely. Thanks, Constantine, for that message. Darren, 7.8K on KODK, man. That's a beauty. David. KODK literally just went to 39.53. This is it? Oh my God, it just broke 40. Just hit 42. The spread is huge on this thing. 43, 43, 45. Big buyers. Look at these buyers. Just a ridiculous amount. I'm going to make sure my auto send is off so I don't click it on accident. 4,000. Halted again, guys. Halted again. Is there new news that I'm missing here? Wow, we haven't seen a ticker like this in quite some time. This is good fun to watch. Hey, VXRT, as long as it's working for you, it's working. Might as well keep trading it. HTBX might see a bit of a flush here into the 20s, so that's what I'm waiting for. Jay, pretty much. KODK is up on that giant low news and then the extra news from Trump, who tweeted about it. Kind of crazy. Makes me feel like something shady's going on. I always knew Kodak cameras would come back one day. Oh boy. HTBX, guys, chipping away at 2.3, huge support there. I want to see 2.3 break. Oh, it just cracked. That's what I was waiting for. Let's see how much lower this is going to go. Went down to 227. Did not get an entry. I'm talking about HTBX right now. Thoughts on SNOA? Not totally. I wasn't very confident trading this one after this kind of consolidation period here. Maybe back at about 10.5, we could see some support coming in on this one again. Oops, what did I just do? Oh, it feels like I missed my entry on HTBX. I was watching this one like a freaking hawk. HTBX. Here, I'll throw it on the screen for a second. So we had that dip here at 227. I was looking for an entry at 225. So that was probably a little bit too conservative. So I'm going to see, maybe we'll have a second opportunity, but at the moment, I would have already taken some profit. So that's a little bit unfortunate. At the moment, HTBX, no, it doesn't look like I'm going to get this one, but I'll keep an eye on it. Let's go back to KODK. I want to see this thing open up here. Oh my God, KODK just broke 50. What? I think it's going to get halted again too. 560, 50, 60. Man, if everyone's not taking profits right now, I don't know. Oh my God, I got to halt again. Something tells me this halt, it was much less aggressive than the last halt. This one could be a very, very wicked reversal. Let's see what happens. Satoshi, that's a horrible way to look at it. That's like that's gonna make you an upset person. Yeah, or INPX. Remember that back in January? That was crazy. Canceled my order at 15 yesterday if you create a DK. I canceled a lot of orders and I sold today at 12, so I feel you, man. Ooh, Ross is up 250. Beautiful. How can you enter a halted stock? You try to get in before it gets halted again. CS, because what goes up usually goes down even quicker. We've seen it again and again and again and again and again. It's not a question of if it's going to go down very aggressively. It's just a question on which halt is it going to go down. And right now it's had many halts the way to the upside. So I would probably guess if it's not this one, maybe the next one. I don't know. I'm already surprised it made it up this far. So let's see what happens. It could easily snap back to 30 in literally a second. So I don't know who's buying in this area. Spirit Pro, yeah, I mean, you could in theory place an order at 560 and wait for it to open up, but I don't know if I would do that. Sounds super sketchy. Robin Hood kids again, yeah, probably. Oh, this is good fun to watch. I'm just happy I can be part of it. Yeah, there's no way I'm touching 2 shares. Maybe if it crashes back to 30 or 25, I can do a joke trade with like 10 shares or something like that, but yeah. So let's think about this for a second here. KODK is going to open up pretty soon. It's going to be opening up at 38.36. So we basically have another 50 seconds here to go. I'm still watching HTBX. SNOA, I don't know. I had an alert here if we broke 11, but we haven't broke it yet. So I don't know if I'm going to be trading this one. I really do just think watching KODK is kind of like as much as I could ask for while watching HTBX for a possible entry, because I do think 220 something is going to be a big bounce zone, and so far it has been. Unfortunately, I missed my entry on it by literally a cent. A little bit unfortunate there. A 52-year high. Pretty much. Almost 500 here. That's insane. Better if I don't look at it. I'll stress myself out. All right, guys. KODK should have opened up. The fact that it's not opened up makes me a little bit worried. So we had news come out during the halt. That could be a big reason that let's see what happened here. Response, Tuesday report under official press release published, news not claiming to do its own press release. It doesn't sound like bad news or anything, but guys, remember, small caps and news is not a good story. So let's see how this one opens up here. You can see big sellers. Wow, this thing popped to 60. Instantly popped to 60. I think it just got halted on the way down. So it's down 10% from the highs. Here it goes, guys. Time to watch the fall. Maybe not. I don't know. But it just got halted going down. And I think that was the first time. You made it, Alex. Welcome to the big screen, Mr. Hollywood. Appreciate it, David. But as long as I can keep trading here with you guys, I'll be happy. This is a good, fun learning community. Actually, the chat rooms have been quite hectic today. It's been hard to follow it for me. Mr. Daily Dislike disappeared. SNOA pulling back here. Wow, long-term chart on SNOA is the most unattractive thing I've seen in a while. So just, keep that in mind, guys. This thing not just has probably a lot of back holders from that recent spike, but Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be trading this one. We do know that 10.5 is big support. It's after 10:40. It's not really my favorite time to be trading, so I'm not even sure if I will be trading. I'm going to cancel all my orders just so I know that nothing is out here. So, okay, canceled orders. I really don't know if I'm going to be trading SNOA. I think all eyes are on KODK, and I don't know. We had a nice little profit today, so I feel like why risk it at this point? I wanted the HTBX trade. I'm actually more FOMO'd out and more upset that I missed HTBX at 2.57 than missing KODK. I don't know why, but because KODK was super unpredictable, right? Like if you got it, great, you made a nice profit. If you didn't get it though, it's like, how, like, you just can't really predict something like this. With HTBX, the bounce off of 2.5 was super obvious. So the fact that I missed it, I feel like, oh, that's horrible. How did I miss that? Yeah, that's one way to make some money, huh? There will always be more KODKs. That's super true. Thought I was getting FOMO at 20. I feel you, man. Now looking back at 20, it feels like nothing. Yeah, I feel like if you even talked about something else besides KODK in this chat room, you just get mobbed. You get like beat up on the street and pooped out. Possible second entry on, or first entry on HTBX. It looks like it's pulling back a little bit, but I don't know if I will trade it. Markets are fairly green overall. This thing's going to open up here at 44.30. So about a minute and 15 seconds. That gives us just enough time to look at AAL, which we have a little bit of a trade on. Looks like it's back to 11.4. Wasn't able to hold its highs near 11.9. I'm waiting for this one to maybe have a better reversal at one point. That's quite the sell-off it had today. What do you mean it dropped out of nowhere? More like it ran to the upside out of nowhere. Who is the KODK of tomorrow? You guys will have to come back at probably 8 o'clock when I come out with the watch list. But I couldn't answer that right now. Maybe it's going to be KODK again. Who knows? KODK, guys, if you just didn't look, it's actually up 572% right now. That means it was over 600% when it hit 60. And it was up like 300% yesterday at the high. So this is going to be, it's up twice as much as yesterday at the high. This is, here 50, dropping lower, 47. This might get halted again here. Wow, huge amount of sellers there, 47. Halted again. Kuro says KODK is disgusting. Oh, Lord. Up or down, Kirill? I'm gonna go for down, to be honest. I think this thing's gonna at least hit maybe 40 or 30 in the next dip. We do have big support on the 9-minute EMA. I wonder if 42 is going to be the first bounce zone. I'm going to guess either it's going to be 42. 42 would be very conservative. I really see this going down to more like 30, but maybe it's going to find some support at 35. I don't know. If you are watching this and you're totally new right now, little reminder, we go live every morning at 9:15 to review the watch list, and then we trade the market open till about 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Every day the market's open. So if you're interested, definitely consider subscribing. We'd love to have you join the community, and we'll see you in today's recap video, which comes out in a few hours, and then we'll see you tomorrow morning as well. Don't forget to drop a like, guys, if you enjoy the content. Oi, I got some chocolate waiting for me. I'm ready to freaking smear it all over my face. Oh, God. Why does my account say unlimited? Because this is my unlimited account. We have the 25K challenge account, we have the unlimited account, and then we have the cash account. Good day overall. Yeah, really can't complain. I actually really like today. Our stats are a little bit weird today. It says we're only up $12 because of this trade, but we're actually up about $200. So it's very weird. The reason it says 267 here is because it's calculating the close of yesterday, P&L day. So that the actual, we artificially made money yesterday on this trade, about $200 on this trade artificially yesterday, not true. And then today we artificially lost $200. So P&L open is closer to like 70, $80. But you'll see this on the recap and trade journal when I post the trade there. So yeah, made about, I don't know, it wasn't the best day, but we made about like $180 today. So a little bit more than the day before, or a little bit less. Yesterday we wrapped up about 250. Monday about 200 as well. So it's been good. It's been a very steady week with small position size. So I couldn't be happier. Since we started trading the unlimited account, we've in like the last 6 weeks, we're up about 2.7 thousand on it. Actually, there's the unlimited. I mean, there's this weekend, I think it is. I'm coming out with June trading recap. If you guys have not seen the recaps, I go through the best setups, which strategies are working the best for me. I think there's a lot of good knowledge in there. They usually don't get that many views, maybe because they're like a little bit longer, but I definitely recommend checking out the recap. The recaps, but also the monthly recaps, because I really dig through a lot of stuff. I even go through my personal journal and try to figure out if there's days that I could like identify my mood and then see how my trading correlates with it. So I dive through quite a bit. There's always a different focus on the monthly recaps, but just a little heads up, it's coming out this weekend. Thanks, Mush. Or Moosh. That's a fun name. Appreciate it, man. Doc Hayes. Do I do this full-time or do I have a job? Yeah, I trade full-time. This is turning into my job. I would have not said this was my job because I also developed stuff and I did a lot of software projects for people and clients. But I don't do that much anymore. So this is pretty much my full-time job. Yeah. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Jeffrey, if the stock ever did cocaine, it would look like KODK. Yeah, that's really true. Einon, appreciate it, man. Thanks a lot. Does anyone mess with Bitcoin? I feel like everyone here messes with Bitcoin. It's been up quite a bit lately. It's really nice. I trade more pre-market, and then I really like to wrap up at 11 o'clock because, you know, if you start trading pre-market around 7 a.m. and then you wrap up at 11, I mean, that's a pretty long day, 4 hours of looking at the market. So I really do enjoy, you know, wrapping up. What, Michael? You're in KODK? You didn't know it? Oh my lord. I think Bitcoin, like, it's tough to day trade because it moves so slow. But I think investing in it on the dips and holding it long term, if you generally believe in it as an asset class, is probably the way to trade Bitcoin or invest in Bitcoin. That's my take on it. Crypto is it's a very slow mover. So I don't know, day trading it is tough. Swing trading and swing trading and investing in crypto is probably the way to go. All right, guys, this is going to open up here. It should have already opened up, but I guess this might be a 10-minute hold, actually. Uh-oh. Oh, my God. Opens at 30. Huge dip at 30. This could be a great dip buy opportunity. We might have to do it just for fun, just like 100 shares or something like that. Oh my God, instantly gets halted again. Not 100 shares, I meant 10 shares. This is why I had auto send off, so just in case. Yeah, I mean, if we're down 10%, 20%, that's like a $30, $60 loss, so I'd probably risk it. KODK, especially if we start running into like these big support zone areas about 20. We didn't have any negative news. So the fact that we don't have any negative news on this one is a really, really good sign. There's no offering, at least I haven't found it. There's no offering. There's no, I don't know if, what's it called? I'm forgetting the word right now. Basically S3 or S4 filings, which is basically like shares that are going to be sold on the market or something like that. So that's really, really good news. I think this pullback is just normal. It's totally healthy. It's kind of what we've been waiting for this whole time. Mohammed, typically stocks get halted for 5 minutes, sometimes 10 minutes. Brian, is there a shelf offering? I didn't see that. Let me quickly check it out. Hold on one second. Let me know if there's a shelf offering. I'm going to check it out right now. I like to go to otcmarkets.com. And then if you go to /stock /KODK and then /disclosure, you can always see the offerings there. You can also go on the SEC website where they do the filings. Let's see what pops up here. I'm generally curious. Now it's only 300% today, guys. And one dislike from the enemy. Appreciate all the likes, guys. Really, really means a lot. It's crazy that the way this community has been growing. It's been really, really good fun. Halted just means that the stock is frozen to allow traders and investors to figure out what's going on because it's moving too much. Yeah, I've never seen this many people in the chat room before. It's actually insane. My computer is so slow right now. No, I don't see any SEC filings, guys. So I don't see any shelf registrations. Let me know if you guys find anything, but I don't see any reason that this thing is going down because of news. I think this is just going down because, you know, what goes up comes down. People are sitting at home to kind of start new hobbies. That's true. I don't know, Abolitioner. If you bought at 8, you're still at a huge profit, multiple hundred. So I think if you bought at 8, you're not wrecked. You're doing really, really well. I don't know. Am I planning to buy a KODK? Probably not. I can't believe it. HTBX is now at 2.5. We were so close to our entry at 2.3 or 2.25. I can't believe it. Oh, I'm having more FOMO over HTBX than KODK because KODK is like, if you miss it, whatever. Like, you can't predict something like that. You don't know what's going to happen. You have no way to manage your risk on a ticker like this. So it's like, it's KODK at this point is just pure gambling. It could be fun, but it's not trading anymore. It's just gambling. KODK instantly went to 28. If this thing hit 20, I'd actually probably consider dip buying it with a very small position size. Because taking a small position size is the only way I would be able to manage my risk on KODK. That's a lot of red volume on RGLS. Looks like 1.2 is really not a place to hold. There's probably some warrants here in this area on RGLS. I probably wouldn't touch this thing. Maybe some sort of quick dip buy on this could be kind of interesting. I mean, they got the designation. That's good news. They have good news, but they're going down. So there's probably something shady going on with RGLS. And yeah, just look at the long-term chart. I mean, this thing clearly probably has warrants going on. They did a reverse split. They're still going down. If you check their filings or their 10Q, they probably have horrible, horrible financials. So I probably wouldn't be touching RGLS. Doesn't also have that much volume today. So I don't know. Relatively, volume is a bit more than the past, but probably just because new shares are being thrown into this thing. So I don't trust RGLS. Right now, though, I got to say, like 0.9, huge support zone intraday. So, is it going to have a nice little bounce here? I mean, it could. I wouldn't be surprised. Am I going to buy it? I don't know. Probably not. But for now, 0.9 definitely has acted as a multiple bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4 bottoms here. So yeah, definitely going to have probably a decent little bounce. Only 3% so far, but yeah, it could be interesting. I think KODK did find some bottom here, so I wouldn't be surprised if it did have a little bounce. So it went down to 25, kind of a key zone. I think if it went down even more to like 22 or 20, especially near VWAP, I'd probably even consider buying this with a very small share size, just in case I would like to be able to manage my risk a little bit. 20 is kind of where we opened up here. You can kind of see it on the daily chart. We've had a lot of activity around 22, so that could be a possible dip buy zone. This thing's gonna probably open up here any second, actually like in about 40 seconds. Let's see what happens. I'm not sure if it's gonna be a 5-minute hold. All right, let's see here, KODK opening up. Back to 30. Let's see how big this bounce could be. I could easily see this bounce hitting maybe the 9-minute EMA. It's kind of absolutely wild to watch this one. 29.70. Oh, it got halted going up again. This is so ridiculous. Stacks, did you really? That's crazy. 250K. Did you get in at $2? That's insane, man. If you did, congrats. Super big congrats. Not feeling the newcomers. Yeah, we might have to put a timeout on the whole. Timeout on the chat room, so you can only text like every 10 seconds or something like that. A lot of activity going on here. We'll see how it goes. Mush was wondering how many support levels do I need on my chart. Honestly, I need a few more apparently. Honestly, yeah, you're right. This looks super crazy. This looks like a barcode right now. Usually it doesn't look this crazy. It's only because KODK went up so much. It's squeezing all these huge levels together. So let's say I go to HTBX, which is no different in terms of levels. You can see that, just because it's all in a $2 or $3 range, it just has the key levels kind of showing here. Obviously, if HTBX went to $50, then all of a sudden much more support zones would be drawn. But yeah, you're right. KODX looks absolutely absurd because it went up so much, which just makes my charts look very, very messy. Moving faster than stock to it, so that's funny. I'm gonna give this like one more halt, and then we gotta wrap up at one point. But man, this has just been a pretty funny day. I think my internet has corona. Satoshi, why, what's going on over there? Yeah, it's true. I remember U1. Man, U1 and U1K were just all over the place. Those are also tickers I didn't really trade that much. So sometimes, I don't know, I'm still getting more comfortable to these big flyers. So many times we see something start flying and then it just gets absolutely whacked. So I didn't really feel like I wanted to be part of that. And yeah, KODK, I should have jumped on it a little bit harder, especially at 17.5. But if I jumped on at 17.5, I guarantee you I would have sold at like 18 or 19 bucks, guaranteed. Unless I started getting stuck in a halt, which I would have tried everything I could have to get out. Thanks, GLL Poppin for the support. Thanks for the $5 support to the channel, man. I really, really appreciate it. KODK popping up here, 33 bucks, heading that 9-minute EMA. This could be GLL. This could be another opportunity to take some profits here. I would probably take some profits for sure. Yeah, Bito, I really, really like the tickers that I trade. I like the base hits, I like the reversals, I like the pullbacks, and I like the stocks that I can manage my risk on. So I'm not gonna just randomly, jump on something that I totally don't feel comfortable with. Maybe I'll do that in a year when I'm more comfortable with the gap and go strategy. But right now, I have no stress missing a ticker like this. Absolutely zero. I'm up green on the day. Have more money now than I did when I woke up because of trading. So I'm super, super happy. This is definitely a marathon. And I know, the longer I trade, the better I'll get. So there's no rush. This thing just keeps on getting halted. I'm still watching HTBX. I have a limit order at about 2.31 or something like that. Maybe we're gonna get a flush, but I don't know. It's unlikely. How old is Alex? I'm 27. I don't know if you can call that a cup and handle. Be 18. Imagine I was 18. Thoughts on PTON? I don't think I have any thoughts on PTON. Is it on our list here? PTON? I don't see it. BLNK. I can't believe that BLNK is still popping up occasionally. This is a pretty nice climb on PTON. I don't know what this company does or whatnot. This doesn't look like something I would day trade, but I would maybe, I don't know if it's really, really good, maybe worth maybe swing trading or something like that. I have no thoughts on PTON though. besides the fact that it's on a nice uptrend. So if you do like the company, it could be a good ticker to invest into. How old do you think I was, Ho? Mendo. Oh man, I feel like I'm butchering your name. KODK. This chat is going too fast. Yeah, it's going pretty fast. It's hard to keep up with it, but I think it'll chill out tomorrow again. Alex Winkler has a baby face and an old soul. Yeah, you're probably right. I've been through a lot of companies, and each one has taken its toll. HTBX for a swing trade? Maybe. If you look at their daily chart, you know, the volume on that rally was pretty good. I would have loved to get some more support though at 2.3. I just really don't know how I'm going to be trading this one at the moment, so I don't know. I'm not blown away. In the recap video, I'll focus on HTBX for sure. This one definitely has possibility. 200 million being traded on the day. I mean, it's clearly the lead gapper on the day, but it had that recent big move, which makes me not super excited about it. I don't know. Yeah, airlines are taking a bit of a beating today. I wouldn't mind maybe averaging down to my airlines. What do I have my watch list ordered in? I'm not totally... Oh, ordered in. I have it ordered in dollar volume. So how much the actual amount of dollar times share price is being traded. That allows me to compare companies a little bit quicker. Interesting zone here. I would have not held past the 9-minute EMA breakout, but it looks like it probably would have been a good idea. I could see this flushing back down to 30 or so. I don't think I'm going to be trading anymore, guys. I mean, I pretty much knew I was going to be trading like 40 minutes ago, but I thought that maybe KODK, we would get the dip here at around 30 or maybe even 20, 25, but it was just way too fast. Would have been super awesome to get, you know, some of this upside potential, but I don't know. It just didn't work out, so it's totally fine. I can't believe it's breaking actually back above 38. This is actually really wild. Let's see how high this can go. I think if this gets halted here, oof, I don't know. I have no idea, honestly. It's just all over the place. Appreciate it, Gabrielle. Ish, I have a whole video on dollar volume. You have to manually set it up yourself. Check out the video description below for the dollar volume video. There's a bit of a formula you have to write, but the video goes through everything that you need to know. And I think there's even an import I have for the video. So definitely check out that. It's in the video description. Just check out for dollar volume or search for dollar volume. Stefan picked it up at 36. Interesting spot. KODK might be good for long term, but I probably would wait for it to pull back much more if I wanted to invest in this long term, because second big green day, I feel like that's probably not the time to be buying for a long-term investment. But who knows? I could be totally wrong. Catching the traps on SNOA. Actually, I have not. Let me look at it. SNOA has been a very kind of a choppy ticker here in this area. Had a really nice dip back to 10.5, wrap back up to VWAP. This was a fun one to trade. I really enjoy trading SNOA. I wish I traded a little bit more. This might even break back above VWAP, but I'm done with trading this one. Do I do any power hour stuff, Gabrielle? Sometimes. I sometimes do it if I'm at home and I'm not doing anything. But since I'm in Berlin right now, you know, it's already pretty late. That's like 9 to 10 p.m. Local time. So it's pretty late for me. And I don't really, I'm not on the computer usually at that time. If anyone doesn't know, power hour refers to 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the last hour of the market open. Please stop the halting. Looks like HTBX is still pulling back here. I might get an entry on HTBX, honestly. Let's see how much this thing keeps pulling back. I have an order at 33. Would probably buy a little bit more at 30, 31 or so. Berlin, Germany, yep. Intel. I was waiting for Intel to actually pull back a little bit more. I always type in INTL, it's INTC, Intel Corp. Yeah, so this is what I've been waiting for. And this is what I talked about on the video that you guys may or may not have watched, where I was talking about my swing trades that I came out with Saturday. I was saying that, you know, is Intel a buy? And we came out with a video on 50, and I said, no, I would rather wait for 50 to crack and then buy as we approach support here near 45 or something like that. This is what I'm waiting for. It is kind of slowing down some momentum here. So if we break, I don't know, 48 or so, I would probably start picking up some shares because you would risk about 4. And I think there is a good potential to hit the 9-minute EMA. So, you know, risking 4% to make 11%. So I think I'm going to wait for this thing to sell off a little bit more, maybe under 4.7. And I would like to start accumulating under 4.7 for my swing trade. So I don't know. That's kind of what I'm looking for Intel. Would like to see it. I don't know if we're going to get it, but I think I know that 4.6 is huge support, so I'm not going to front run this one too much. I wouldn't be surprised if pre-market or something like that, it really came back down. So actually, let me go to my challenge account here and place a little bit of a limit order. Let's see, where should we do that? Maybe about 4.675. Let's go to that. Let's do 20. And then we'll just say join the bid, and then I'll go ahead and edit the order. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to think about this one. I might even average it down a little bit here, and I just realized my price is still wrong. 46.75. There's a good chance I'm going to change this, but for now I'm just going to leave it here so I at least remember that this was what I wanted. 46.7520. Yeah. Let's just go ahead and place that. And then just go back to the charts here for a second. You can see that clearly I want to see this 47.5 zone crack. We are seeing some bigger support come in though. I'm not sure how much further this is going to go back, but I'll probably start accumulating above 46. And if it goes below 46, I'll probably accumulate a little bit more because we do know the big support is ultimately at 45. Yeah, we'll see what happens. There's a good chance that this is going to be a pre-market fill when there's a little bit less volume. Yeah, Satoshi, I totally feel you. I also don't want to take too many chances on it. I know this is a strong company, even if it might be the end of an era. I think there's a big chance that this thing's going to bounce at one point. So I do want to kind of capitalize on that 100%. Let's go back to the unlimited account, go back to KODK very quickly here, and then see how this thing's kind of tooting around here. Wow, this is probably the most it's traded for all day. This thing, you know, usually just gets halted all the time. So for the fact this thing has so much volume today, which is absolutely insane. Oh my God. Big support at 30. That could be a really, really nice bounce zone right there at 30. I missed my entry on HTBX. It pulled all the way down here to 36 or 35. I had my entry at 33. So man, I've been missing HTBX all day today. It's just ridiculous. Is KODK still a buy at this point? I don't know. I would probably look into maybe picking some shares at around 30 or 25 or some big support zones. Clearly 24 or 26 is a big support zone. I don't know. I could see doing a double bottom for at least one attempt. Satoshi, yeah, I'm not gonna buy it. I'm done with trading. I've been done with trading at like 10:30. I don't even know. When was my last trade today? My last trade was at 10 o'clock. So I knew pretty much like I'm done with trading. Like I wanted another trade about 10:30 on HTBX, and that's the one I missed. And I tried just now for another entry on HTBX, and I missed it again. So I don't know. Clearly not my day, but you know, we still had a pretty good day. We're up about $200 profit today. So I'm really, really happy about that. You know, growing the account nicely. It's been a very consistent growth, not taking extreme risk, but slowly increasing my position size. So with the same amount of risk, with the same amount of percentage profits, we grow faster and faster. So that's really what it's all about. Yeah, so pretty sweet trade here. I think I'm going to wrap it up with that. I will see you guys in the recap video. Volume weighted average price, Ed. Check it out on Google. There's some really good stuff on it. A lot of traders use VWAP. Recap video comes out, I don't know, like in 4 hours maybe or something like that. Maybe 3 hours. 3 hours. It really depends. It's a little different every day, but usually before the market closes, like before power hour, the recap video comes out, where I sometimes review some possible swing trades as well. So yeah, pretty sweet little day. Again, you know, it's a little confusing here because we have this giant loss reported here, but this loss is totally fake news, and we'll review that a little bit more in the recap video. But yeah, so today was about $200 profit days, and yesterday as well, so couldn't be more happy. Just absolutely insane in here today. What is float? Float is the amount of shares that are available to be traded. Whew, crazy chat. We're gonna have to, it's gonna be hard for me to keep responding at this speed. I'm gonna have to think about like, I'm gonna have to think about something. All right, guys, don't forget to drop a like if you had a freaking wild day today, if you had a little bit of a roller coaster, if you like the content. Consider subscribing, guys, if you're new. I would love to see you again. Join the community. And yeah, that's all for now, guys. I got to take a break. When Alex gets 1,000 thumbs up, he'll go and enter with $5,000 position sizes. Yeah, that sounds like a seriously a good idea. I like it. Take care, guys. Congrats, Baltoj. I don't know if I'm saying your name right, but a 10K day sounds like a very good day. All right, guys, take care, man. Don't overtrade. Manage your risk, guys. Don't do anything silly. That also sounds really good, Ed. See you guys this evening for the recap video, and see you guys first thing tomorrow morning at 9:15. I'll probably see some of you even before then in the chat, the stream chat, because that's going to open up a little bit earlier, usually around 8 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, guys. Boom. Ciao, ciao. Abolisher, sorry, there's too many chats, man. I'm sorry, too much going on. I'll see you tomorrow though, Abolisher. Congrats on your trade, but I didn't see the message. Auf Wiedersehen. Bis morgen, bis nächstes Mal. Jetzt ist Zeit für Bier. Bierpause. Prosti Prost.